Yeah, hello, my name is Matthew Perry. I'm the co-founder and director of the Vermont Arts Exchange, and we are a nonprofit community arts organization that's been around for, it'll be 20 years next year. For about 23 years, I've been working with the Bennington School located in Old Bennington, Vermont. And we do a variety of art programs and services with the school, with the students. And today, one of the things we're doing is the Catamount, the project that we're doing. And that is, we've got some ladies here from the Bennington School who will introduce you in a minute. And we are working on the Catamount. They had their hands in on the moose a few years back. And I personally did a moose for Whitman's Feed Store. And also we do a lot of community projects, the community built park. We worked up at Lions Park, do some things downtown. So we try to get the students out and get them involved in the community as much as possible and make things and create. So I'll let the girls talk a little bit about what the theme of the Catamount is. The Catamount will reside its home up at 20 Fairview Street at the administration building. They're going to be making a little garden around it, and it will be there for all the students to enjoy, new students coming in, as well as families and staff and everybody, and the community.
The idea for the bottom is to have a phoenix rising from the ashes. Like everyone has been through a tough time or been through a lot, and their worries and stuff like that, just coming out of the ashes and rising out, so they all
kind of
grow.
like rebirth.
Yeah.
A new beginning.
Mm-hmm.
People just wanted to start over in their lives, and they didn't want to become what everyone said. So they want to grow into what they want to be. And we feel like the Phoenix represented that. Because the new students that come will see how people have grown in time from being here. Yeah, the community will feel that it helps. And it's a positive thing for the students here to be doing. We've been working on the flames for a while. Other students have done other things. We started working on the feet for the flowers that are blooming.
And we're gonna probably do the Serenity Prayer somewhere.
Where we were trying to see where we could put the Serenity Prayer on the Catamount. It's just kind of like a positive symbol for growing into what you want to be and just staying positive and being who you are.
What about the Serenity Prayer? Do you know it by heart?
Yes.
Do you want to say it? Because I think that has a lot to do. That was one of the boys came up with the idea of the Serenity Prayer being part of it somehow.
Can I say it?
Yeah, sure.
God, grant me serenity to accept the things that cannot change, the courage to face the things that can, and the wisdom to know the difference. We're thinking of putting it around the chest or along the tail or somewhere where people will see it. Because we also work on working on staying sober and clean and staying away from negative things pretty much.
So we came together at the school with the Catamount when it was in its white stage, fresh off from the factory, and I brought together about 6 boys and 6 girls, each from their separate campuses, and we talked about the theme, about what kind of theme they would like to come up with and paint, what represents themselves, what represents the school. We basically wrote down 2 lists. The things that the boys came up with were actually very similar to the things that the girls came up with. And we kind of melded them together and tried to come up with a design that everybody had their hand and their thoughts in. I think that we have it. There's quite a story behind it, and it reflects a lot about who the students are, where they've come from and where they're going. Taking the idea of a community art project is great, but then building on that and coming up with other ideas. But I think that when you do something like this, it has a power to it, and I think it's time to build on it, you know. But we'll definitely get involved and do. The school's under new ownership, so it's really it's doing some really innovative, creative projects, and with a lot with the community in mind. Yeah, as students are having a good time with it, and I think it's really important that they, you know, any students are involved in community projects. You know, gives them a really good sense of worth, and also learning about your community is really important, and being a part of it, because in the end, you know, that's all you have at the end of the day is, you know, your neighbors and the community around you. So it's a good project for them.